Thank you for joining us. I'm Dixie from Easy Marketing, and today we're continuing our 7-part series, Social Media Crash Course.
And I'm looking for the next slide to come.
Yep, we'll get there in just a second.
Yes.
So your social media accounts can have beautiful graphics and compelling content, but in order to boost the bottom line, you need your followers to take action. In today's workshop, we'll show you how to stop the scrolling and convert followers to customers. Did you know that social media contests get 64 times more comments than regular posts? And more importantly, 4% higher conversion, or that you can increase sales, donations, registrations, and reviews simply by asking followers to turn on notifications. We're going to show you these tips and more in the next 20 minutes. So grab a notepad, a pen, and be sure to stick around to the end when you'll be entered to win a free consultation for your organization. We're now midway through our social media crash course. If you missed the first few sessions, not to worry, each of these stands alone, so you can pick up right today without skipping a beat. But if you find this helpful and you want to go back and review or revisit previous topics, we encourage you to do that. The entire series is available for a limited time on our YouTube channel, Easy Marketing. As we continue this series, we'll cover content calendars, social media ads, and our most requested topic, hashtags. So we invite you back for those. Be sure to check your follow-up email later today for the registration links.
And we are Easy Marketing, been around for now over 20 years. We are a digital marketing company that we work with websites. We create logos. We do printed material, a lot of social media where we help companies and take over and handle their social media. And of course, we do a lot of email marketing using Constant Contact.
Thank you, Katrine. We spend a lot of time and energy thinking about the way our social media accounts look. We want them to have eye-catching graphics and compelling content, and rightfully so. But ultimately, you need to get action from your followers to see results for your business or nonprofit. Fortunately, there are a ton of different things you can do to encourage that action. One simple way is to make sure that the content that you're posting is interactive. Polls, surveys, open-ended questions, even customer service prompts are great ways to elicit a response from your users. You can also use them as an opportunity to learn from your followers, to gauge their interests, and to engage them to take action. Here we have a poll that's up on our Facebook page right now, asking followers to vote on future webinar topics using emojis. In fact, let me drop that in the chat box because we would love for all of you to participate as well. We'd love your feedback. Polls are great because they only take a second to participate and they make us feel good. They sort of validate our desire to share our opinions and our need to be heard. Another take on this that you've probably seen is giving followers a series of options. So usually a series of 3 or 4 pictures and asking them to either pick one or eliminate one in the comments, and that gets users talking. Here we have another example from one of our clients, a realtor in Southwest Florida, who asked followers to drop their list of demands for that perfect pet-friendly home. And obviously there's a picture of an adorable pup. The more users you can get to take action by interacting with your post, the better your chances of reaching more people organically and growing your customer base. Speaking of polls, we're going to take another quick poll here. Let me get this open and shared. All right, it's open just for a few seconds. So we're going to talk in a second about user-generated content. So we'd like to gauge what types your organization is using. So if you want to click on those, if you're not doing any, no problem. No, it's anonymous and no judgment here. We just like to get to know our audience and to spend time on the topics that are going to be most relevant to you. So there's a couple quick suggestions here. We'll give this about 5 more seconds, and you can choose more than one if that's relevant to your organization. All right, closing in. It looks like most of you are using user-generated photos and videos. That's great. Um, and up to 38% using a hashtag campaign. That is really good to hear. Hashtags are something that we're asked about all the time, and we're going to do a whole seminar on that. All right, closing in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for your participation. All right, so encouraging users to generate content is a great way to increase engagement and to spark users to action. You see all the big brands doing that, but it's also tailor-made for small businesses and nonprofits. Organizations like yours, like ours, tend to have small marketing departments, so maybe just one person wearing multiple hats. But what you do have is loyal supporters. And those are great sources of user-generated content. All they need is a little inspiration. So the idea here is that you invite and encourage your audience to post pictures or videos either directly on your page, if you allow that, or more typically on their own social media accounts, some of which you're going to cultivate and retweet or reshare on your own channel. This tends to work best when you establish a specific campaign. You want to set some parameters and tell users exactly what you're looking for. You also, like we were just discussing, want to establish a hashtag so that you can find that content. In this case, you want what we call a branded hashtag, which is specific to a brand, campaign, or even an event. And we'll be doing an entire workshop on hashtags coming up on April 6th, so we invite you to join us for that. Camping with Dogs, for example, is a lifestyle brand that we love that caters to outdoorsy people with animals. Rather than posting really carefully curated product photos that they took in a studio, they encourage customers to post candid photos of their beloved canines enjoying the products with the hashtag Camping with Dogs. This obviously is great free publicity because customers are posting these on their own channels for all of their friends and families and connections to see. The great part is then Camping with Dog picks some of these photos and reposts them on the brand's Instagram account. So there's a lot of enthusiasm among followers to see who can get the best picture and make their dog Insta famous. If you have a business that ships products, we recommend including a little card in the package with your social media accounts, maybe even a QR code, and you can ask customers to post an unboxing video or perhaps maybe take a selfie with the product. And if you've tried some of those things and you're not getting the response that you want, you could consider running a contest, asking people to share maybe before and after results of them using your service. If you're a nonprofit hosting fundraisers, you can encourage attendees to share photos using your event hashtag. Anyone like me with a kid on TikTok knows that user-generated content is the future of social media. So we encourage you to get creative and give it a try. Another way to encourage action is to create a social media event. You can do this on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google My Business, wherever your organization is at on social media. It doesn't matter if the event is free or paid, if it's virtual like this or in person, one time or recurring, you can make these an event. And the beauty of creating a social media event, as opposed to just posting about the event on your feed, is that you can collect registrations and RSVPs. In fact, some of you are here today thanks to our social media events. Emails in particular are important to collect so that you can supplement your social media marketing and email marketing and then contact followers directly. Another amazing feature is that when someone clicks going or even interested in an event, then their social network and friends and family are alerted, which obviously helps extend your reach organically beyond your current customer base. So if I click going to my community fall festival, my mom friends are going to see that. And then there's probably a good chance some of them are going to be interested now in the fall festival as well. Finally, an event allows you to easily post updates and information, such as where to park or what to bring. And the best feature is that it automatically reminds people who showed interest that your event is coming up soon.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add here, I'm looking at the headline on there. It said create social media event. It's you can have an event in person and you just post it on social media.
Absolutely. So looking forward, one reason why you might not have the engagement or action that you want in your social channels is due to their algorithms. Social media uses these complex algorithms to predict what people want to see based in part on their past history. So using those predictions, they show any given post that you put up only to a small subset of the people that like or follow your page. So if a customer followed your page once upon a time, but isn't the type of person to like or comment on the post regularly, odds are that they're going to see your page less and less over time. One way around this is to ask users to turn on notifications. On Twitter, you can easily set up notifications from an account's profile by clicking on the notification icon. There, you'll have the option to get notified for all tweets or only for live broadcasts. On Facebook, it's a little trickier. You'll want to obviously ask your customers to follow your page, and you can do that via email or in a newsletter, however you're connecting with customers. You can also ask them to make you a favorite by managing their follow settings. Unlike Twitter, this does require a few clicks, so not everyone is willing to do it, but a surprising number are, and we can guarantee you that they won't unless you ask. In addition to asking on social media, we recommend you send out the request via email using an email marketing service like Constant Contact. That way your entire database gets it. We like to include a couple screenshots, maybe even a short video clip to make it easy and foolproof for people who are not as familiar with how to use social media. And of course, timing is everything. So if you have a big event coming up or a once a year sale, some kind of program sign up that fills up fast, that is the time to ask people to turn on notifications because then there's a benefit. They can see the immediate benefit of staying in touch with you on social media.
And if your followers are people that don't look at their phone all day long, it is also important because then it really gets highlighted and doesn't get buried way, way down in their news feed on social media.
Absolutely. Finally, our best advice is to have a strong call to action. We like informational posts. We love funny posts. We definitely need those inspirational posts. But if you don't ask people to take action, they won't. They'll just keep scrolling. If you want people to purchase a new product, for example, you might post a picture and caption it, get them before they're gone, with a link to buy the product. Another way to create a sense of urgency is by offering a coupon that's only good for a limited time. Other calls to action are asking people to register, to schedule a consultation. That's good for our business to business, to schedule a showing and things of that sort. We deal with this all the time with a client we had, the Clay County Soccer Club. Because they offer a service that has to be renewed every season, they're constantly needing people to register. So we like to give our users a deadline, to provide a link to make it easy, and then to remind them that roster sizes are limited. So that creates this element of scarcity.
Yeah, I have a comment here from someone that only sees us and don't see the slides. And if I'm going to ask Dixie to make sure she checks that on her way, but I see it actually. So
Yeah,
if that was the case, you are going to get this slideshow as a now it's only us and now there are no slides. Yes,
okay.
perfect. It might be just this person. No one else has complained, but the slideshow will come back in the follow-up email, so you can look at that.
Apologies for that. And if anyone else is having
I'm
problems,
sorry for breaking in the middle, but I thought this.
okay.
Yeah.
If anyone else has technical problems, just let us know. We'll look into it.
Yeah. Lindsay said that the slides are there. Yes. Good.
Great. So another call to action that many of you are familiar with is asking for donations or volunteers. And nonprofits are often worried that followers are going to get ask fatigue. But we find that most organizations are not asking often enough. You're definitely going to want to vary your content. So remind people of your mission, show them the people behind the work that you do. But not everyone is going to see every post, like we talked about earlier. So don't be shy about putting out a specific need and asking followers to fill it. So sticking with that soccer club example, let's see here, we have a post here asking for volunteer coaches. We let people know what's required, how to learn more, and then include that call to action to get started today. One ask we're often remiss about is requesting reviews. Accounts with reviews get an average of 78% more page visits. So we know reviews are so important in this digital age, but for some reason we shy away from asking. Here, our client, Paul's Painting Service, gets right to the point and lets followers know not only that he's looking for reviews, but that he is striving for 5 stars. So give your organization a look. If you have less than, let's say, 4.5 stars, or reviews are old, they're not very current, this is something that you can jump on immediately. I'd also refer you to our recent workshop that we did on social media customer service, which you can find on our YouTube channel. Finally, digital marketing includes both social media and email marketing, and they really work best together. So you want to invite your followers to sign up for periodic emails or for your monthly newsletter. But again, they won't do it unless you ask. And timing is everything here. So if you're back ordered on a product, ask them to sign up so they'll be the first to hear when it's back in stock. If you do events, maybe they could sign up to get an early bird registration discount. No matter whether you're selling a product, asking for donations, or requesting reviews, a good call to action is clearly defined and tells users exactly what you want them to do. So we've covered a lot of ground, but before we go, we want to give you a little homework assignment to get you started. This is going to help you follow through on some of the suggestions we had today, with just a couple tasks to spur your followers to action. So first, we want you to ask people to follow your page, and if you already have a good following, to turn on notifications. You can ask them on your feed, include it on your newsletter, you could put it in your blog, however you reach customers. And then set yourself a reminder to do it again in a couple months, because there's no shame in that game. Next, we want you to create a Facebook event. So we talked about this doesn't have to be a physical thing that's happening. It can just be something that's coming up that you want to remind people about, even a sale or a seminar or something that you're doing. If you don't have any events coming up, then we want you to do a poll or a survey. And finally, look at the posts that you have coming up this month and next, and make sure that they have a strong call to action, be it to register, donate, sign up, leave a review, buy now. You want to use verbs, and that will help you convert your followers to customers. All right, so with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Katrine and open the floor for questions. So you can go ahead and type them in the question box while we're talking. We'll pause just a second for you to do that. And we're open to feedback as well. So if this presentation was helpful, or if you had problems, or if there's something that we can do to improve for the future, or if there's just a topic that you're really interested in, drop it in the box. We are all ears. Do we have any questions, Katrine?
Yeah, it says here, you mentioned polls as a way to get user engaged. How many responses do you recommend we include?
Yeah, good question. For a poll on social media, I would say no more. I would say 4 to 5 is probably the magic number, because it needs to be something that people can respond to really quickly. And also remember, a lot of people are accessing social media on their phones. There's this tiny little screen. So if you try to do much more than that, the font is just going to be too small to be readable. If you need to do a more complex survey where you're getting more information for your customers, then you can use an email marketing service like Constant Contact to send out a more robust survey. But a quick poll, I'd say 4 to 5 responses, and then let people, if they have more to say or other suggestions or ideas, they can drop those in the comments.
I have one more. If someone provides their email as part as a Facebook contest or event registration, can you use that information for email marketing? So as long as you clearly list that their name will also be on an email list for send out emails, yes. But you can't take a random list of people that are signing up and start to send them emails. You have to be really clear that that is part of the deal.
Great questions. And if you think of any more after this presentation is over, we're going to give you our contact information and feel free to email us. Katrine?
Yeah, I'm seeing people are saying thank you for the great information. So if any of this seems daunting or much, or you know that, oh, I really would like to do one of those contests or surveys, but I don't know how to do it, give us a call, and that's what we do here. So, and of course, we set up social media, we run social media for companies as well. So we are all here.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to see you back in 2 weeks as we continue our crash course. This time we'll be talking about content calendars and how to plan and organize an entire month's worth of content in just 15 minutes.
And that's fun because that's what we're going to do right after this meeting is this webinar is over.
We are. It's very fresh. So if you need help with social media or just a quick consultation to point you in the right direction, here's our contact information. We're just a call away. If you stayed for the full 20 minutes, thank you so much. You're entered to win a free consultation for your organization. So check back. You're going to be getting an email from us later today to see if your name was drawn. We're also going to be including a replay of this video and a copy of the slide deck if you want to refer to that or share it with someone on your team. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks.